Everybody, it's Dana Weiss here, and I am a realtor with eXp Realty here in Melbourne, Florida. Today's video is all about getting your home ready to sell. And I know what some of you may be thinking, because I get asked this question a lot. Do I really need to get my home ready to sell it? And the short answer is one word: yes. Yes, you do. It is super important to do that. The point of getting your house ready is that you want to make the buyer feel like it is already their home when they come in, not like they are walking into somebody else's home. So it really is super important to do this step. If you don't hear anything else in this video except for that, remember that, because it is really that important. Especially right now during COVID, right? We've got a lot more time at home. Maybe you got a list a mile long of things that you would perhaps like to do in order to get your house ready to sell. Now's the perfect time, so why not do that? Think about it this way. Actually, I just thought of this analogy. Think about it this way. Have you ever gone to somebody's house the very first time? You've never been there before. It's decorated very, very differently from the way that you would decorate it, make different paint on the walls, whatever, and you walk into their house. Maybe even close your eyes and just picture it for a moment. How did you feel? That is exactly how your buyers feel walking through your home if it is decorated like you, specifically like you. That's what you don't want to do. That is the thing to avoid. Okay. So if you think about listing your home in the next couple of months, again, take advantage of this time, right, to be able to do this. Here are 4 of my best tricks for getting a home ready to sell. And all things you can just do while you're at home, hanging out with the family, getting through this COVID thing, right? And hopefully done with this pandemic soon. All right, number 1, declutter your house. Cannot overestimate how important this one little step is, and it doesn't cost any money necessarily. Now, I say that, and if you have tons and tons of stuff in your house, you do not want to hide it in a closet or anything else, because the buyers are going to be looking in there. You may possibly even need to get a storage unit. That's what my husband and I personally always do. Every time we get ready to sell a home, there's always more stuff in the home than you want there to be. I don't know how that happens, but always does, right? So we always get a storage unit and take our extra things to the storage unit. You have to remember that the buyers are not there to be looking at your knickknacks and things that you've collected. They don't care about any of that. They're trying to see themselves in the space. So if it is just cluttered and junked up, they cannot see themselves in the space. So that's why it's super important for you to do that. The rooms that you should focus on the most: kitchen, specifically your cabinets. Yes, people do open them because they want to see how much space is there in this house. Can I get all of my stuff into this house? So that's important. The bedrooms, closets, and the living rooms as well, because that's where we spend so much of our time. So those are super important. Make lots of extra space and just make it look roomy. Even if it isn't, you can make a room look roomy just by not having much in it. Second thing, freshen up your paint, okay? Especially if you have some weird paint color or just maybe a color that most people aren't into, maybe like lime green or I don't know, bright yellow or, hot pink, things like that. I mean, not that they're bad colors, but you want to appeal again to the masses. You need somebody to walk in there and feel like it's their home. Well, if you walked in, say you hate green, and you walked into a house that was all painted green because that's what the seller likes themselves is green, are you going to see yourselves living there? No. The short answer is no, you're not going to. You're not going to feel it, and feeling is really what it's about when we go to buy a home. Do we feel the connection when we get there? So even something simple like paint, and paint really isn't expensive. You can do it yourself. Certainly you could hire somebody, but you could certainly just do it yourself as well. Paint at least a couple of rooms, especially paint the rooms like we just talked about, the kitchen, the bedroom, the living room, where you're going to spend most of your time. Maybe an off bathroom isn't so bad if you can't paint the entire thing, but at least it for one thing, freshening it up makes it feel warmer and cozier, but it also makes it feel fresher and not old. So it can, it can just help punch up a room. Always go for the paint. Okay, number 3 is actually organize those closets. So once you get all of the extra stuff out of the closets, Then you need to actually organize it. You don't want to leave it just junked up, everything bunched up, balled up, thrown on the floor, whatever. Like, you actually want to organize the closet, because again, it makes the space look like it has more room. It may not have any more room, but it makes it look like it has more room, and that is super important, again, for the buyer coming through. It's not you. Okay, when you're selling your house, it's not about you anymore. It is about the buyer and them coming through and you wanting them to purchase your home. So put yourself in the buyer's place. You want to give them subliminally the message, I have all the space for your stuff that you could possibly want. That's what you want the house to scream to them. And so finally, number 4, make sure the outside looks fresh and clean. I'm sure you've heard that first impressions are super important. Well, it's the same with a house. The front is the first impression that the buyer gets when they pull up. Are there dead flowers or bushes out there? Is there no mulch? Is there no landscaping? I mean, is the grass cut? You just want to make sure that it looks nice. Planting flowers is cheap, cutting the grass is cheap. It doesn't have to be super expensive, but just put that curb appeal in there where, again, the buyer immediately feels drawn to your home. So if you're seriously thinking about making a move, these tips can help you to sell faster and for more money generally. If you're comparing 2 houses and one is the complete opposite of what I'm telling you to do, and then you do what I'm telling you to do, which one is going to be more appealing to every buyer? Your home, right? So it is really important to do these things, even though it may not seem like it to you. Even if you have a little while before you sell, go ahead and get started. I mean, it's just less that you have to do later, right? Go ahead and get some of those things done now, and then you will have later to do. And at this point, you may be convinced that you need some guidance around the area of preparing your home to sell, but you may also be thinking, I don't really have any idea where to start. Well, if you're thinking about making a move, I can help you through the process. Just send me a message. No pressure, no sales tactics, just the help and guidance that you need. Finally, if you're a resident of Brevard County or a wannabe resident, stay connected with me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I would love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching, and remember, make the wise choice.